Good morning, everyone, and thank you for choosing Financial Insights today. Every day, our goal is to provide you with a thorough and knowledgeable analysis of the most relevant financial news to help you navigate the complex economic landscape. Let's begin our daily review. Financial News, August 9, 2023. European stocks surged today as investors found some reassurance in the Italian government's announcement that the newly introduced windfall tax on banks will be limited in scope. The FTSE MIB index in Italy led the charge, surging more than 2%, effectively ending a 6-day downward streak. Key financial players, UniCredit SpA and Intesa Sanpaolo SpA, which had experienced declines on the previous day following the tax revelation, managed to turn their fortunes around and emerged as the top gainers on Wednesday. Their performance notably contributed to the Stoxx 600's rise of 1%, which mirrored the overall positive sentiment in the markets. The positive sentiment extended to other markets as well, with signs of a risk-on attitude prevailing. The euro demonstrated strength, while copper prices rebounded, and U.S. futures indicated a potential recovery in Wall Street. This broad market positivity reflects a certain degree of investor optimism, possibly fueled by the Italian government's effort to mitigate the potential impact of the windfall tax on banks. Amidst these developments, the Treasury market remains stable in anticipation of another significant bond auction scheduled for later in the day. The U.S. government is set to auction $38 billion worth of new 10-year notes, a size that's $3 billion larger compared to the previous 10-year note debut in May. This auction assumes critical importance as it will serve as a gauge of investor concern regarding the rising U.S. budget deficit. Just last week, Fitch Ratings downgraded the U.S. credit rating, heightening market attention on the country's fiscal health. In an encouraging sign, the recent $42 billion sale of 3-year notes saw a lower than expected yield, indicating robust demand surpassing initial projections. This outcome suggested that investors are showing a strong appetite for U.S. Treasury securities, despite the concerns surrounding the budget deficit and credit rating downgrade. Shifting focus to corporate news, L'Occitane International S.A.'s controlling shareholder is currently in advanced discussions regarding a potential deal to take the skincare company private. The valuation being considered for this transaction is around $6.5 billion. Meanwhile, the specter of a potential default by Country Garden Holdings Company has come into view, and this could potentially overshadow even the well-documented financial issues faced by China Evergrande Group back in 2021, according to analysis from Bloomberg Intelligence. In a different arena, Walt Disney Company's sports broadcasting arm, ESPN, has signed an exclusive long-term partnership agreement with Penn Entertainment Incorporated, a regional casino operator. This move highlights the increasing convergence of the sports and betting industries, creating new avenues for revenue generation and viewer engagement. However, it's not all positive news on the corporate front. WeWork Incorporated saw its shares drop in post-market trading after the company openly expressed doubts about its continued ability to operate. The company cited persistent losses and a notable cancellation of memberships for its office spaces as the primary reasons for its precarious position. As the global markets navigate these developments, the next phase of U.S. Treasury auctions promises to be a closely watched event, offering insights into investor sentiment and appetite for U.S. government debt amidst evolving fiscal dynamics. In today's financial landscape, the U.S. dollar is grappling with maintaining its upward trajectory after registering gains against major currency counterparts in the previous trading session. The current improvement in risk sentiment, coupled with the absence of significant high-tiered data releases, has led to a modest upturn in U.S. stock index futures during the European session. However, market attention remains fixated on central bank official statements as they hold the potential to shape market dynamics ahead of the eagerly awaited U.S. inflation data set to be released on Thursday. Wall Street bore the brunt of heavy losses on Tuesday, prompted by lackluster trade data from China. In the midst of American trading hours, dovish remarks from Federal Reserve policymakers tempered the surge of the U.S. dollar index, DXY, which had previously experienced gains. As of now, the DXY finds itself in negative territory, below the 102.50 mark. Turning to the foreign exchange realm, the U.S. dollar has displayed a mixed performance today. The following table illustrates the percentage changes of the U.S. dollar, USD, against a variety of major currencies. Notably, the New Zealand dollar stands out as the currency against which the US dollar has displayed the weakest performance. The Asian session unveiled data from China showing a monthly consumer price index (CPI) increase of 0.2% in July, while the annual CPI experienced a decline of -0.3% compared to June 0%. Additionally, the Producer Price Index (PPI) fell by 4.4% in the same period. Shifting attention to currency pairs, Australian dollar to US dollar managed to regain strength, surpassing 0.6550 after a dip below 0.6500. New Zealand dollar to US dollar also demonstrated positivity, trading around 0.6100. The Reserve Bank of New Zealand reported a slight uptick in the two-year inflation expectation to 2.84% in the third quarter from 2.79% in the second. Before proceeding with our analysis, we would like to remind you that your support is very important to us. If you enjoy this video and find our content helpful and engaging, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. This helps us grow and provide you with even more quality content. Now, let's get back to the news on the financial markets and the latest updates. Euro to US dollar faced a temporary setback on Tuesday, dipping to a daily low of 1.0930. However, the pair managed to close above 1.0950 due to a late-day rebound. Presently, Euro to US dollar is maintaining marginal daily gains, yet remains below the 1.1000 threshold. Pound sterling to US dollar retraced a significant portion of its daily losses, rebounding above 1.2750 in the European morning. This recovery follows a dip below 1.2700 on Tuesday. US dollar to Japanese yen, following a two-day rally, reversed course, retreating to the 143.00 region. Notably, Japan's machine tool orders displayed a 198% yearly decline in July. Gold experienced a drop to a multi-week low near $1,920 on Tuesday, resulting in daily losses. Meanwhile, gold ounce per US dollar is holding on to modest recovery gains near $1,930, influenced in part by the steady benchmark 10-year US Treasury bond yield at approximately 4%. Bitcoin, however, showcased a bullish surge, surpassing $30,000 after a period of lateral movement. Yet, BTC/USD faced resistance at this level and experienced a minor retreat toward $29,700. In the same vein, Ethereum recorded a gain of over 1.5% on Tuesday, though it fell short of testing the $1,900 mark before losing momentum. Key events this week. India rate decision, Thursday. U.S. initial jobless claims, CPI, Thursday. Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic pre-recorded remarks for employment webinar, Thursday. UK industrial production, GDP, Friday. U.S. University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment, PPI, Friday. Some of the main moves in markets. Stocks. The Stoxx Europe 600 rose 1% as of 9:39 a.m. London time. S&P 500 futures rose 0.3%. Nasdaq 100 futures rose 0.4%. Futures on the Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 0.2%. The MSCI Asia Pacific Index rose 0.1%. The MSCI Emerging Markets Index rose 0.4%. Currencies. The Bloomberg Dollar Spot Index fell 0.1%. The Euro rose 0.2% to $1.0975. The Japanese yen was little changed at 143.31 per dollar. The offshore yuan rose 0.3% to 7.2135 per dollar. The British pound was little changed at $1.2750. Cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin fell 0.6% to $29,793.37. Ether fell 0.2% to $1,860.25. Bonds. The yield on 10-year treasuries declined 1 basis point to 4.01%. Germany's 10-year yield was little changed at 2.47%. Britain's 10-year yield declined 2 basis points to 4.37%. Commodities. Brent crude rose 0.1% to $86.29 a barrel. Spot gold rose 0.2% to $1,928.58 an ounce. In conclusion, we'd like to thank you for watching Financial Insights today. If you enjoyed our insights and found the information helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to our channel to stay updated with future analyses. Thank you again for your support, and we'll see you soon with more interesting news. Remember, the information in this video is purely informational and does not constitute investment advice. Always consult with a professional before making financial decisions.